Welcome back, Tankers of Blitz Universe. We have an update 4.2 map preview. Naval Frontier will be upon us, and as you can see, it's a bit of a barren map. I'll be driving the E100 on a test server in the Leopard. But it's not just rocks and rubble and bushes and grass all around. This map is part of a naval base that has a few very big bunkers on the top. And, well, to sum this up in one sentence, you could well say I think looks can be deceiving. Because from the minimap it's already obvious that it is a slightly smaller map than some of the others in the game. Some of the bits of the squares of the grid are not used. And not seeing a lot of bushes might make you think that this is going to be a very boring map. But upon driving it, I kind of noticed that there is a lot on offer for everybody, basically. Like I said, there are not a lot of bushes, but there is quite some cover. It has big differences in height. The area with the bunkers, it's very high compared to the cap area, and you can see all the ridges and the lines and the bumps in the terrain. They're slightly bigger than on the other maps. So this is, yeah, it's a change in map design from Blitz. It still has that heavy area on one side and a mediums area on the other side. North is mostly the mediums area with some of the rolling hills. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm popping the Leopard on top, and look at the open areas you can have here. Small little flanking possibilities. Short flanks, long flanks, using the big rocks available. But there are some very good lines of sight as well for tank destroyers. At first you might think this is a hard one. It's not one where you can sit. It's not one where you can just sit in the back and you will have targets in abundance. You will have to work as a team. But there are long lines of sight available. These aren't the biggest ones. I will be showing them in the end of the video slightly more when we go up the bunkers area. But the differences in height are well illustrated by me dropping off in this E100, because the cap area, you can see it's all boxed in between those old castles, those ruins, and then some ridges on the left and chunks of terrain as well. So this cap area, it is well enclosed. Kind of looks like Mayan Ruins, which was on update 4.0. So in that regard they have been doing something. Wargaming have taken to heart the criticism on the flattening of the maps, and this by all means it isn't flat. It's not very easy to camp bush either, so Fufu, you will be disappointed in that regard. But it is a map that has, like I said, a lot to offer for everybody. Because it has those long lines of sight, you can flank, you can go hull down, you can side scrape. Does it favor Russian mediums like some people think that Wargaming are trying to do, make it easy for Russian mediums to play on the maps? Well, yes, mobility will be rewarded, obviously. But using the armor wisely will be rewarded as well. And with driving the Leopard again, you can see lots of flanking possibilities. Go underneath the bridges on the ruins area, go up left on ramps. If you sit too long around, you will get caught out in the open. Then again, it has some very wide open spaces as well, so just driving an E100 or a big heavy tank along the open field, it's not a good idea. But here is one example I mean by lots of possibilities. You would think in the open areas, in the rolling areas, there's not much to do in terms of side scraping, but it can be done because there are big chunks of rock where we just passed through that small little canyon over there, and there's a few big chunks of rock over there as well. This is the area designed mostly for the heavies in the southeast corner of the map, but this also houses a few of the small flanking routes you can use. You can bugger off in your medium if you want to. Very easy. You can use those skating ramps which are there. Skeet shooting will be popular in training on this map, I think. But let's end off with a look at the bunkers area. We have the E100 again open side shots in from the left and the right, so be careful if you drive around and over here. But I said it at the beginning, looks can be deceiving. I think this map looks treacherously simple and, well, very easy to grasp at the beginning. I think this isn't that easy to grasp, so I will not give any clues to how it should be played. I was well and truly wrong on Mayan Ruins. I was thinking the cap area was very strong, but well, it didn't really materialize in terms of the method being run down on this map. So I'm not going to make any predictions on what will happen on this map. What I do know is that I like this one. I like the way the maps are being designed now, looking at Mayan Ruins in 4.0 and this one Naval Frontier in update 4.2. So I hope you've enjoyed this little preview. I'll catch you all on the next one, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Be prepared, Naval Frontier coming up in update 4.2. Cheers and happy tanking!